PNP was one of the few banks and financial institutions to actually adopt sustainability even before it was a fad, right?
Exactly. So we are one of the early movers in this regard, and we're very glad to see that the institutions and corporates in Malaysia are adopting it. And our role is basically to facilitate and to support our clients as institutions in terms of promoting and achieving their ESG goals and targets. In this regard, BNP Paribas, we are part of the Net Zero Banking Alliance. And what we do in consultation, of course, with our fellow partners, clients, stakeholders, is that we have also formed what we call a low carbon transition group, comprising 250 kind of professionals across the globe. Basically, these are people with expertise in advisory, lending, capital markets, risk management, in terms of supporting our clientele in firstly understanding what are the goals and aspirations for sustainability, and then figuring out what are the immediate kind of milestones or targets that we could actually support them. And then on the back of those requirements, design relevant banking solutions in order to support the transition journey for the clients. So we see ourselves as a facilitator in providing those solutions in the economy.
Every time when we talk to clients or partners about sustainability and ESG, the perception is that it costs me a lot to comply with this. To them, it's a cost to comply. But I think that was true 5 to 10 years ago. But today, with the advancement of all the green technologies that you have in the market, I would call it profit to compliance, right? It's really a profitable investment nowadays. So you can really, in all our projects today, we are actually generating cost savings to the customer to comply to ESG at the same time. There's no one project where we are not generating cost savings. It's not an extra premium that the business leaders have to pay or government sectors have to pay. So with the latest green technologies, it's extremely viable now from an investment standpoint, actually.
This is an interesting point. I mean, you've seen it, and I guess particularly it's like solar prices, right? I think way back when the government had to, incentivize through like feed-in tariffs and everything, and now it even start comparing, it's reaching the tariff parity. And
exactly, solar is the cheapest energy source today in Malaysia.
It's about economies of scale.
And you look at the panel prices over the last 10 years, it has come down at least 80%, right, in the last 10 years.
I think on the agenda of sustainability, as mentioned, the government is committed. It's a core part of our economic development policy, as mentioned, to pursue not just growth and inclusiveness, but also sustainability. They have a vision in terms of net carbon zero economy, and that's being cascaded down, as you heard, by the likes of EPF and many of our GLCs, and we shall continue to build on whatever policies, tax incentives, expenditure to then at least further encourage whether it's industry or even consumers towards a more sustainable consumption model for the economy.
What we've given our investing companies, and we've done multiple rounds of engagement with them on this, is that what we give them is that, okay, what we need to see from you is what's your plan over the next 10 years, say until 2030. And what are your challenges heading that way? So what we're going to be doing is that we'll be working with them. We want to see progress. But if, for example, a company is not willing to really try to meet those expectations, then from EPS perspective, there will be consequences. We have a range of actions that we will take. It's ranging from just engagement all the way to divestment.
We are coming to almost to the end of our discussion here. A lot of suggestions were put forward, right? Policies, changes, and we talk about the challenges corporates face, what businesses need to do and all that. But if we do all this, can we actually avoid that whole apocalyptic dystopia?
I'm always a strong believer, right, for sustainability, and I'm very confident that we will be there. So I think we are in an unprecedented era where you will see a boom in sustainability and green solutions. That's my view. Especially during COVID, right? In fact, it's actually a blessing in disguise for sustainability because people are taking a step back to start thinking about how to become more sustainable in their way of doing business. So in fact, over the last 2 years, we have seen increasing inquiries for this kind of solution, green solutions.
I'm optimistic about the future. I'm an optimistic person. We have the right mindset. I think we have the right kind of framework. Okay. Yes, there's more that we need to do, but the awareness is there, and stakeholders are all moving in the right direction in promoting that awareness. I think the aspirations and the goals are clear. It boils down to the execution of it. And what I'm very glad to see is that there is a very good cohesive collaboration in moving in the right journey and direction.